Did you know that your daily habits, physical health, and even how you think could dramatically impact how long and well you live after 70? It's true. We often think of aging as something we can't control, but in reality, there's a lot we can do to shape how we age. In fact, recent research shows that people over 70 are living longer and healthier lives than ever before, thanks to advances in science and better awareness of what really affects our well-being as we age. The average life expectancy has steadily increased, and we're learning more about how to add those extra years without compromising the quality of life. While none of us can avoid the inevitable changes that come with aging, science has uncovered some key factors that can significantly impact how long and how well we live once we reach our golden years. These aren't just random luck or genetics at play. There are actual, proven indicators that can help guide our path toward healthier aging. And the best part is, these aren't complicated or expensive. There are simple, actionable steps that can make a big difference. So, in this video, we're going to dive into 4 science-backed indicators that affect lifespan for those of us over 70. I'm going to share practical advice you can start applying today, so you can increase your chances of not just living longer, but living better. Whether it's small changes in your daily routine or shifts in your mindset, you'll walk away with tips you can begin using right away to boost your health and longevity. Let's get started. Indicator 1. The power of staying active after 70. As we age, staying physically active becomes more important than ever. You might be wondering why. Well, research shows that regular physical activity is a key factor in staying healthy, especially after 70. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, and the World Health Organization, WHO, staying active can help prevent heart disease, improve brain health, and even extend your life. For example, studies have shown that seniors who engage in regular physical activity, like walking or stretching, are less likely to experience chronic conditions such as heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. In fact, staying active can reduce the risk of stroke and lower blood pressure, both of which are common concerns as we age. Plus, seniors who stay active tend to be more independent and enjoy a better quality of life overall. Let's take a closer look at 2 people, Jane and George, to see how their different activity levels impact their health. Jane is 75 years old, and she's been walking for 20 minutes every day for the past few years. She also does gentle yoga twice a week to stay flexible. Because of this, Jane feels strong, energized, and rarely experiences pain. Her heart health is in great shape, and she feels mentally sharp. On top of that, Jane has more confidence in her ability to move around, whether it's running errands, playing with grandkids, or simply enjoying a day out in nature. Now meet George. He's also 75, but spends most of his time sitting. Whether it's watching TV, reading, or just relaxing, George doesn't move around much. Over time, his lack of activity has led to decreased mobility, joint pain, and a general feeling of sluggishness. He's also noticed his memory isn't as sharp as it used to be. Unfortunately, this lack of movement has started to affect his heart health as well, putting him at a higher risk for cardiovascular problems. You can see the difference. Jane's daily walks and yoga sessions are not just keeping her physically fit, but they're helping her stay mentally sharp and emotionally strong. George, on the other hand, is facing the challenges that come with inactivity, which is unfortunately all too common as we get older. So how can you start staying more active, even if you haven't been before? It's easier than you might think. You don't have to start with intense workouts. Just moving more in small ways can have a huge impact on your health. Start with a simple 10-15 minute walk. Walking is one of the easiest and most effective ways to get moving. You don't need special equipment, and you can do it almost anywhere. If you're not ready for a walk, try chair yoga. It's gentle, great for improving flexibility and mobility, and can be done right from the comfort of your home. You can find plenty of chair yoga videos online to get you started. Another tip is to use a pedometer or fitness tracker. These handy devices can help you keep track of how many steps you're taking each day and set daily goals for yourself. It's a great way to stay motivated and see your progress over time. Remember, every little bit counts. Whether it's a short walk, stretching, or even just standing up more throughout the day, these small changes add up and can make a big difference in how you feel. So, how do you stay active in your day-to-day life? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video if you're ready to start moving more. Indicator 2. Mental and emotional health. When we talk about longevity, it's easy to think of things like diet, exercise, or even genetics. But one often overlooked factor is mental health. Science has shown time and time again that our emotional well-being plays a huge role in how long we live. If you've ever heard the phrase "stress can kill," there's a lot of truth to that. Ongoing stress, depression, and loneliness can actually shorten life expectancy. In fact, studies in psychology and aging have found that individuals who experience chronic stress or who struggle with feelings of loneliness or depression tend to have a higher risk of developing serious health conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and even stroke. One key factor in this connection is how stress affects the body. When we're stressed, our body releases chemicals like cortisol, which, if elevated over time, can damage blood vessels and affect vital organs. Similarly, depression has been linked to weakened immune function, leaving the body more susceptible to illness. On the other hand, maintaining emotional well-being and positive social connections can actually have the opposite effect, boosting longevity and helping us stay healthier for longer. The more we connect with others, the more we feel supported, and that sense of belonging can improve our mental health, reduce stress, and make us feel more fulfilled in life. Take Helen, for example. She participates in weekly community gatherings, volunteers at her local food bank, and stays connected with her family and friends. As a result, she feels a sense of purpose and belonging, which helps her stay emotionally balanced. Her mental health is strong, and she feels good about her life, knowing she's part of a larger community. Now let's look at Tom. Tom feels isolated. He doesn't have many friends, and his family lives far away. Over time, his loneliness started to take a toll on his emotional health. He struggles with depressive thoughts, and the lack of social connection has led to a decline in his physical health as well. He feels disconnected from the world around him, and that isolation is a heavy burden on his well-being. So how can we all take steps to improve our mental and emotional health, especially as we age? First, practice gratitude every day. It doesn't have to be something big. Even if it's just noting one thing you're thankful for, it shifts your mindset to a more positive one. Second, find a hobby or social group that excites you. Whether it's a book club, a gardening group, or even taking up painting, being around others and doing something you love can boost your mood and keep your mind active. Lastly, consider journaling about your emotions or trying meditation to help with stress relief. Both can help you process your thoughts and reduce feelings of anxiety or sadness. At the end of the day, the key is connection. Whether it's with family, friends, or your community, making an effort to stay emotionally and socially engaged can have a profound impact on your health and longevity. Do you feel connected to others, or is there a change you'd like to make? Share your thoughts below, and if you're finding this helpful, hit that like button. Indicator 3. Diet and nutrition. A balanced diet plays a huge role in how long we live and how healthy we feel throughout our lives. The food we choose to eat directly impacts our body's ability to function, repair itself, and fight off diseases. Studies have shown that eating a variety of nutritious foods can help extend our lifespan, while diets filled with processed foods and sugars can actually shorten it and increase the risk of chronic illnesses like heart disease, diabetes, and even certain cancers. One of the most well-known diets linked to longevity is the Mediterranean diet. This diet is rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and healthy fats like olive oil. It also includes moderate amounts of fish and poultry. Studies have shown that people who follow this diet have a lower risk of developing heart disease and tend to live longer, healthier lives. For example, a study published in the New England Journal of Medicine followed over 7,000 people in Spain. It found that those who followed the Mediterranean diet had a significantly lower risk of heart disease and stroke compared to those on a typical Western diet. Another great example of how nutrition influences lifespan can be seen in Okinawa, Japan. The Okinawan diet is famous for its high intake of vegetables, tofu, and sweet potatoes, along with moderate amounts of fish. This diet, combined with an active lifestyle, has contributed to the longevity of the Okinawan people, who often live well into their 90s and beyond. Researchers have noted that their diet is low in calories but high in nutrients, which helps prevent chronic illnesses like heart disease and cancer. On the other hand, diets high in processed foods, sugars, and unhealthy fats can do the opposite. Research consistently links these kinds of diets to an increased risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even early death. A study published in The Lancet found that a high intake of sugary drinks and ultra-processed foods significantly raised the risk of developing these chronic conditions, which ultimately affect lifespan. Let's take a look at two people with very different eating habits. Margaret is in her 70s, and she's been following a Mediterranean-style diet for most of her life. She enjoys a lot of fresh vegetables, fish, and healthy fats like olive oil. She's also a fan of nuts and legumes, which she adds to her meals regularly. Margaret is active, walks every day, and has never had any serious health problems. Her blood pressure is normal, and she feels energetic and vibrant. Then there's Charles. Charles is also in his 70s, but his diet consists mainly of fast food, burgers, fries, and sugary drinks. He tends to skip vegetables and prefers processed snacks over fresh foods. Over the years, Charles has been diagnosed with heart disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure. He often feels tired and struggles to manage his health conditions. Despite taking medications, his energy levels are low, and he finds it harder to keep up with everyday activities. The difference in their health outcomes is largely due to the food they eat. While Margaret's nutrient-rich diet supports her well-being, Charles's diet high in processed foods has contributed to his chronic health issues. Making simple changes to your diet can have a big impact on your health and lifespan. Here are a few small steps you can take today. First, try adding just one more serving of vegetables to your meals each day. Whether it's a salad, some steamed broccoli, or a handful of spinach in your smoothie, this can provide your body with extra vitamins and fiber that support overall health. Second, swap out unhealthy snacks like chips or candy with something healthier, like fresh fruit, nuts, or yogurt. These options provide more nutrients and help keep your energy levels steady throughout the day. And finally, make water your go-to drink. Sugary drinks like sodas and sweetened coffee can increase your risk of obesity and diabetes. Drinking water not only keeps you hydrated, but can also help curb cravings for sugary beverages. These small changes add up over time, helping you live a longer, healthier life. What's your go-to healthy meal? Comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more health tips. Indicator 4. Purpose and sense of fulfillment as we age. One of the most powerful things we can have is a strong sense of purpose. And the science backs this up. Research, including studies from the University of Michigan, shows that people who feel a deep sense of purpose tend to live longer, stay healthier, and maintain better mental health. It's more than just feeling motivated. It's about having a reason to get up each day, a reason that brings meaning to your life. One of the most interesting findings from research is that having a sense of purpose can actually protect against diseases. Studies show that older adults with a strong sense of purpose are less likely to suffer from chronic illness and even have a lower risk of developing conditions like heart disease. People with purpose also tend to have lower levels of stress, which helps to protect both their body and mind from the effects of aging. That's why having a purpose isn't just about what you do, it's about how it affects your overall well-being. Now, let's take a look at two very different stories. Meet Edith. Edith is in her 70s, and she's always been passionate about mentoring younger people. She loves helping guide them through life's challenges and sharing the wisdom she's gained over the years. Edith also sets personal goals for herself, like learning new things, whether it's a new language or a new skill. She's involved in her community, volunteering, and taking part in causes that mean something to her. Edith has a strong sense of purpose, and she feels it every day. She's always moving forward, always excited to see what the next day holds. Then there's Ray. Ray, who is also in his 70s, feels like his life lacks direction. He doesn't have a clear idea of what he wants to do next or how he can contribute. He's unsure about his future, and that uncertainty weighs on him. Ray doesn't feel the same sense of excitement or fulfillment as Edith. In fact, sometimes he feels stuck. And while he may not be facing any major health issues right now, he often feels mentally drained and isolated. Ray's story shows how not having a clear sense of purpose can leave a person feeling adrift, and that feeling can take a toll over time. So how can you find or rediscover your own sense of purpose? Here are some simple steps. Start by volunteering. Choose a cause that speaks to you. Whether it's helping children, supporting animal shelters, or working with people in need, giving back can provide a huge sense of fulfillment. Helping others not only feels good, but it also helps you connect to something bigger than yourself. Another way to rediscover your purpose is by trying something new. Maybe it's a hobby you've always wanted to explore, or perhaps it's continuing your education. Learning something new, whether it's a craft, a language, or a new skill, can open your mind and give you a sense of progress and excitement. And don't forget the power of setting small, achievable goals. It's not about climbing a mountain right away. It's about finding joy and satisfaction in small victories. Whether it's finishing a book you've been meaning to read or learning to bake a new recipe, these small wins can help you feel more connected to your purpose. Now think about it for a moment. What gives you purpose in life? Maybe it's spending time with loved ones, pursuing a long-lost dream, or simply helping others in your community. Whatever it is, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Share with us in the comments. If you're feeling inspired to find or grow your sense of purpose, don't forget to like and share this video. Let's all keep moving forward, one step at a time. As we wrap things up, let's take a moment to recap the 4 key factors that can make a real difference in how we age. First, physical activity and mobility. Staying active is not just about exercising, it's about keeping your body moving in a way that works for you. Then there's mental and emotional health. Taking care of your mind is just as important as taking care of your body. Diet and nutrition also play a huge role. What you put into your body fuels how you feel and function every day. Lastly, purpose and a sense of fulfillment are essential. Finding joy and meaning in what you do can keep you energized and motivated. The great news is, you don't need to change everything at once. Small changes can lead to big results. So, think about one thing from today's video that resonates with you. Maybe it's adding a walk to your daily routine, or trying a new hobby to boost your mental well-being. Whatever it is, start small and build from there. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with your loved ones. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What's one change you're excited to make? Remember, age is just a number, and it's never too late to live the life you deserve. Take action today and enjoy the journey ahead.